Welcome back. This is BBC World News. Our latest headlines here. A landmark ruling for LGBT rights in the US. The Supreme Court says it's illegal to fire workers based on their sexuality. And protesters march over the police killing of another African-American man, this time in Atlanta. The family of Rayshard Brooks say they are heartbroken and tired of racial injustice. Now, the United Nations has condemned the deadly attacks by militants in northeastern Nigeria, in which at least 20 soldiers and more than 40 civilians were killed over the weekend. The attacks took place in Borno State on the country's northeast border in the town of MONGUNO near Lake Chad and a village nearby. Heavily armed militants are said to have arrived on trucks and motorbikes in the town, a hub for international non-governmental organisations, and overran government forces. Well, the BBC's Ishaq Khalid sent this report from Abuja.
Yet another devastating attack in northeastern Nigeria. Emergency workers rushed to the scene. Fighters from a Boko Haram splinter faction known as Islamic State West Africa Province shot fleeing residents dead. Some of the victims were traveling local traders burnt to death inside their vehicle. Dozens of civilians and military personnel were killed. The Nigerian army says at least 20 militants were also killed during clashes with security forces. Communities of MONGUNO and Nganzai in Borno State are the latest to be targeted. MONGUNO town is a hub for humanitarian agencies. But after the attacks, the UN says all humanitarian staff were safe. Most of the victims of the weekend violence were people already displaced by the decade-long conflict, adding to their pains.
Many people started running when they heard gunshots. They came in many numbers. I saw them with my own eyes as I was running. They killed my brother and my husband.
The Nigerian authorities have repeatedly claimed that the insurgency has been largely defeated, but the recent upsurge in attacks means the militants remain a major threat. More than 30,000 people have been killed and millions of others displaced by the decade-long war. The Boko Haram insurgency is not the only threat to Nigeria's security. Armed criminal gangs have been stepping up attacks on rural communities in the northwest of the country, kidnapping people for ransom. They've killed hundreds of people in the last few weeks alone. Many Nigerians are angry, and pressure is mounting on the government to act decisively. In a new report released on Monday, the UK's all-party parliamentary group for international freedom of religion or belief has also expressed concern on how intercommunal violence has spread in central Nigeria in the last decade. It claims that Christians are the worst affected in that region. Ishaq Khalid, BBC News, Abuja.